today I decided to start a YouTube channel about Florida beaches, parks, mostly nature, and a little bit of entertainment. Right now we are at the Honeymoon Island beach. Unfortunately, after Hurricane Idalia, it's not looking in the best way it usually does. We have a huge parking over here. It's not just the only parking. We have like 2 more big parkings and 1 small. Unfortunately, not all of them are open after the hurricane because we didn't have too much of wind, but we had like a big strong tide, and it destroyed all the renovations that were done a couple years ago on the beach. As you see, all of the shower stations are down. All the boardwalks are washed away. They don't exist anymore. They looked really terrible just like a month ago. The parking is kind of free, but you cannot get to the beach for free. So when you enter the state park, you have to pay the fee. It is $8 for the car. But we do have state parks, Florida state parks pass, annual pass. It's like $130 a year, and it actually not just a year, it's actually lasts 13 months. And we really like it. It works for all the Florida state parks, so I do recommend to get it. When you go to the Keys, you get it. You can use it on the Key West and all the other state parks they have in there. It works in Weeki Wachee State Park. Some parks are completely free with this pass, and some parks you have to pay still, but they give you a good discount. As you see, there's lots of rocks over here, and unfortunately there are lots of rocks when you enter the water too. So wearing the swim shoes is something that sounds like a good idea in here. On the North Beach, the shore is much better. There is not that many rocks over there, and also they pulled some sand, nice and good sand from other beaches. I don't know where did they buy it. Unfortunately, it was washed away with the hurricane, but I guess they got new sand recently, a couple weeks ago. So I would suggest to go to the North Beach. Also, they do have a nice playground. I don't know how it looks like now. They have a couple of tiny restaurants over here, and I never ever ate anything over there, but people who did, they are happy with the stuff that they were provided. It's a good place to spend your time with kids over here because the water is not deep, so your kids can stay in the water and you still will be able to see them, and it's pretty much nice and not too dangerous. The wildlife that you can meet over here, there's lots of stingrays. Usually they just swim away when they see that someone is getting in the water, but sometimes we have like accidents when people accidentally step on the stingray and they get a cut, which is not completely nice, which is completely not nice to have, because you need to go to emergency room usually to get some stitches. Also, there is a season of jellyfish they might be dangerous too as well. Do we have sharks over here? Usually we do have sharks over here, but I never saw any sharks in the beach area because, again, there's not enough water, I guess, for them. Right now there's not too many people over here. It's not crowded, as you see, but it is the middle of the week. It's Thursday, 11 in the morning, so it's not a popular time for beach. However, if you get here Friday afternoon and all the weekend, it's going to be really crowded. Sometimes they even close the park because there is no empty parking spots over here. People like to spend their big events in here, like weddings, birthday parties. That's people's favorite place to get beautiful pictures. Professional or not professional, doesn't matter. We always get beautiful pictures on this thing. On Honeymoon Island we get really nice views. The sunset is very gorgeous over here. Unfortunately, the after sunset traffic is terrible. It's pretty much difficult to get out of here because everyone stays till sunset and then everyone leaves at the same time. You cannot do camping over here, but if you have the state parks pass, you can request the after hours pass, and people usually stay here to watch the stars. Night fishing is nice too. They just walk, especially like in the summers. It's so hot in here that you have to wait until after sunset to walk. There are some restrictions. You cannot go away from main beaches. You cannot go on the trails. We do have trails over here. There is like a little forest. And we have some animals over there, some cute things. We have different kinds of snakes, including rattlesnakes. We have all kinds of birds that live in Florida. You can spot owls, all kinds of hawks and eagles, including bald eagles. They do like to nest over here. And surely you can see lots of seagulls. And sometimes, if you're lucky enough, you may spot a flamingo, or even the whole flock of flamingos. The tide is low now, and the water is calm. Today is September 21st, and the water temperature is 83 degrees officially. Those barriers, they're artificial. They were made like 10 years ago to protect the shoreline, because unfortunately Honeymoon Island gets smaller and smaller each year. And you're not supposed to go over there and stand and spend any time over there. It's not recommended, but usually people who like to go fishing, they go to those rocks and they do successful fishing. Our fishing in Tampa Bay area, Clearwater Beach area, is not as cool as Key West fishing, but it's still really good. We do not complain. I would recommend you to come here when the tide is up and high, When the tide is low, like usually there is no fish anymore. All fish is gone. You can spot dolphins hunting. If you see dolphins hunting the fish, it's a good time to go fishing. If you are a Floridian, your license for fishing is free off the shore. But if you're not a Floridian, look for the prices. At Walmart you can buy the license. These are piles of sand that I was talking about that they just got here. So we got some new information. This could not be the sand that was brought from other places to restore the beach line, but it is definitely the sand that was relocated from the beach to the parking lot. And the bulldozers were pushing the sand back to the beach side. Also, I forgot to tell you more about the wildlife. We have some cute animals in here. Like around 5 o'clock and later, you can spot an armadillo in here. They're usually not kind of friendly. Don't touch them, please. But they don't mind people being next to them. They are not getting like scared of people. Surely we have lots of squirrels. I'm not talking about them. They're everywhere. You can see huge tortoises. And we saw a raccoon over here at least once. And that's pretty much it. If we're talking about the insects, there's lots of them that would not bother you. But there's also mosquitoes, lots of them. So you have to be prepared for this, especially at night, like around 7 o'clock. Or like a couple hours before the sunset. They're usually getting too wild. And in the mornings too. Also, we have some invisible fleas that would attack you and bite you, and you probably won't even see them because they're so tiny. And people hate them. So you have to be prepared for this too. Also, they are getting active like a couple hours before the sunset. As you see, most of the people are bringing their own chairs, umbrellas, tents, whatever. But also there is like beach rentals available. We just went by and it was like an umbrella and 2 chairs, $30 per day, plus taxes. So it's expensive, I believe, but that's the price that you pay if you don't want to drag lots of stuff to the beach. People like to spend like whole day on the beach. I do not understand why they do that. I believe it's too boring to stay all day on the beach. But I know lots of people who enjoy beach days. I do love the beach, I do love the sea. I do love the ocean and water, but I can't stay here all day long. 1-2 hours and I need to get a break and I will come back later. But I don't want to stay on the beach all day long. Also on the Honeymoon, there is a pet beach, dog beach, and it's huge, and dogs are being happy over there. Also, there is a ferry going from Honeymoon Beach to Caladesi Island. And they used to be one big island, just like 100 years ago, but I believe in early 30s, like almost 100 years ago, there was a hurricane, and that hurricane divided those 2 islands apart, and The water between those two islands is called Hurricane Pass now. Honestly, I do believe that ferry is overpriced. It's like $15 or even more for a round trip ride. The ride is very short, and there is not too much stuff to do on the Caladesi island. If you don't have a boat, there is pretty much nothing for you to do. There is a little convenience store slash like tiny little restaurant or bar, and some space for beach time, but that's it. You can have a stroll over there, but that's pretty much it. So when I want to go to Caladesi Island, I usually go to Clearwater Beach, and I walk from Clearwater Beach right to Caladesi Island. It takes like a little over an hour of walking, not too fast, and it's all along the beach, and if the weather is nice, you will enjoy that walk. Also, before entering the Honeymoon Island, we do have the Dunedin Causeway, and there is space for you to park and have some fun. People just like to get there and they eat their dinners over there, but beware of seagulls. People like just to get there to watch the sunset. There are lots of clubs, like Jeep Club, and they gather like once a week over there. The Retro Cars Club, they also gather in there. Sometimes people just bring their decorated cars for Halloween or for Christmas at night and just walk around and look at each other's cars. They just connect to each other on Facebook somehow, and they do these dates. Also, there is a tiki bar over there, a very cute one, and right next to the tiki bar there's a kayak and paddleboard rental station with really nice prices, and you can rent it and pedal all the way to the Caladesi Island, or just like along the shore, whatever you prefer. Also, there is like a bike trail over here, and you even can rent a bike on the Honeymoon Island. However, I don't know why people do that, because like the trail is super short, and I don't know if you don't get the bike with really thick wheels, if you can go and ride over the nature trail, because it's not having any pavements. It looks like this. Sometimes there is more sand, so it's really difficult to bike. There is also like a part of the trail is with nice pavement. I even get my roller skate sometimes and have a tiny ride, because I'm a beginner. And some other people do that too. And it's nice. We do have the playground over here too. It's not too cool, but it's very nice. I would love it if it would be a little bigger. We have a couple of shelters over here too for people who just want to have some fun with families and friends. You can reserve it in advance, and it's not too expensive to reserve it. Also, there's some tables without the shelter and little tiny grills next to them, which is also nice. Once we were grilling something over here, I don't remember what, maybe like Italian sausage, and the seagull came and stole one right off the grill. There's lots of bathrooms in this park. Next to each parking lot you will find a bathroom. The quality of bathrooms are okay, something better than nothing. I would rate any of them like 5 or 6 out of 10. Not too cool. They could do better, in my opinion. They could renovate them at least. Also, we do have nature center over here. It's like just one room of stuff. You can see like shells that were found over here of the animals that are here or used to be there, the history of the island, like historic pictures and stuff like that, who discovered the island, and so on, how the life was here like 100 years ago. So you will spend probably like 15-20 minutes over there. Also, you can obtain your Florida State Park pass over there. It's open like from 9 to 5 every day, including weekends. So it's nice. I wish I could take you to the walk, but it's too hot. Maybe like later in the year, maybe like in December, I will get you here for a long walk, so you can see all the beauty of this island. It's actually, I can't say it's too beautiful, it's just like regular Florida nature, the way it is. But I believe nature is always beautiful. Alright guys, that's all I know about Honeymoon Island. It's very nice and cool place to visit. I can't say that's a good place to spend the whole vacation over here, but if you came to Clearwater Beach and you got bored over there, you can come here one day, why not? So I do recommend to get here at least once, so you know if you like it or not. Maybe you will like it, maybe you won't like it. It's a good place to have a walk in the winter. I like to come here with my book and a beach chair and just sit down on the beach and read the book. It's so nice. If it's not too cold, surely. So come visit Florida. Everyone are welcome. Just don't stay here. We're packed. Have a good day, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.